In 24 hours, Putin and China will change everything. Yes, tomorrow, a B.R.I.C.S lightning bolt will shock the Western hegemony that's been ruling the world for decades. The Western media is totally ignoring the story, by the way, because they don't want to admit what's about to happen. Goldman Sachs, though, understands it, and they believe that by the year 2050, the B.R.I.C.S nations will dominate the global economy. So, on Tuesday, yes, tomorrow, the B.R.I.C.S summit officially kicks off in South Africa. This is the first face-to-face B.R.I.C.S summit since the start of COVID. And we are about to witness a rebalancing of the world order. The agenda items at this summit are massive. The currency, yes, a new currency, trade, military cooperation, AI, microchips, oil, all of it, infrastructure, rail lines, shipping. This is a big, big deal. And the United States, I guess, didn't get an invitation. The British didn't get an invitation. Germany isn't welcome. Is the game over for the Western hegemony? Well, the writing is on the wall. Now, for those of you that don't know, B.R.I.C.S stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And it started out small over a decade ago, and now it's become the greatest threat to Western power that we've ever seen. And I'm not talking about military power here, which we'll get to in a second. I'm actually talking about economic power, oil power, computer power, trade power, the greatest weapons of all, not those bombs.
Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Power of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'Shem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai, Ruha Rukakodash. Double honors to mighty men, the elders and the apostles and the community, waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness, sincerity. Again, I'm going to say shalom. And the B.R.I.C.S coalition is officially underway. Okay, that was a short audio of redacted. I suggest you watch the full audio. Okay. America, time to rule as, how do you say it, that ruling nation, it's coming to an end. And the B.R.I.C.S nations, in short, they're set up to destroy the West. And it's not going to end in some political fix, okay, some political let's get along. Nah. These nations are going to bomb the hell out of America, okay? It's led by Russia and China, okay, Brazil. But the currency, when you go into, okay, the Morrisons on Redacted, they give you the full breakdown on that. The currency is chiefly led by China. The bank is in China. So America is going to spiral out of control far faster than we could believe. And it's underway. We may not see it initially, but just give it a little season. Okay, the Most High is continuing to break down Babylon the Great, as he broke down Egypt. Remember, you go into the end of Genesis into Exodus, and all the Exodus, you'll see the setup was very similar. Okay, at that time, once that Pharaoh took over, we know the story, they began to oppress Israel. And Israel at that time, that's about 4,000 years ago, roughly, they began to call on the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they were delivered. Okay. Now this time, many generations later, the Israelites that's chiefly captives in the United States of America and scattered to the four corners of the earth, this time you're going to have a remnant elect, okay, the remnant body, and the elect, the 144, is going to call on the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the same deliverance is going to happen, except it won't be no walking through the Atlantic Ocean. It's going to be an exodus out of the fire, okay, the chariots, okay, the Most High going to send the chariots, okay, there's a count in Revelations. The Most High is going to come by way of Yahushai, Isaiah 66:15, and a different type of exodus. Okay, I coin this as the final exodus back to the wilderness, because these nations, okay, chiefly your B.R.I.C.S nations, they are set up to destroy America, and it's underway. All praise to the Most High. It's begun, and for Israelites that's new to this truth, you have to cleave hard. You have to hold on to these commandments, because I've been saying this over and over again. America, okay, America time is thinning, and it's gonna be a sudden strike. Okay, your second Peter 3:10, it's gonna be a sudden hit, and America's gonna be blowing off the foundation of the earth. This whole region in 1 hour will no longer exist. Or Slovakia, it exists, but it's gonna be totally wasted, utterly desolate, because this place is Sodom and Egypt. It's modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. It has a very wicked vibration, and the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he has to destroy this place, and he's going to destroy this place. Okay, let's get some scriptures, and we're gonna end it. Let's read. We're gonna start with, let's get the classic. Let's get Obadiah 1. We're gonna read 1 through 4. Okay. It reads, the vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord God concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. It's going into your B.R.I.C.S nations. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Because when you check out what's going on the earth, especially this uprising, just what damn near the continent of Africa, even the Hamites, I mean, that's chiefly Hamites. I mean, you got Jake in there, but you got a lot of Hamites in there. They're tired of dealing with the West and the elite families. Okay? It's like the whole world's coming up against America and that elite setup, led by your small hatters. The world is sick of them. And we already know how this is going to end. This is not going to end in some political conversation. It's going to end in thermonuclear fire. And we're seeing it. That's why it's urgent to keep the commandments and hold on to this truth. Because if you go back into this world and give up on the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you're going to be judged and you're going to be destroyed. Okay? Let's read on. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Okay. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord. And that's what's setting up. It's not going to be 50 years, okay? A lot of these so-called experts try to put a timeline on judgment, okay? Roughly paraphrasing, the Most High said, no man knew the day or the hour. of the day of the Lord's vengeance and wrath. Okay? Because that's what's really coming. And it's coming very fast. And time is just thinning out. Okay? Because America has had its hand over this globe by way of the elite. Okay, your elite families basically had the whole world in subjection. Now you have a breakaway by way of the BRICS coalition. Okay, and the Most High is going to use the BRICS to destroy America. And once America is destroyed, they're going to be put in subjection by Hamashiach Yahushai. Okay. Let's get a few more. Because currently it's more of a political battle, but it's going to turn to fire. And this place, this wicked kingdom's going to burn. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 50, 22 and verse 23. We're going to revisit this again. It says, the sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon becoming desolation among the nations? Okay. America has reached its peak. And once nations begin to peak, okay, a rough estimate is like 230 to 250 years. I believe I brought this out in an old video. America reaches its climax. They hit 250. It's either 2025 and 2026. At that 250 mark, that's normally when kingdoms completely collapse and they're destroyed. And that's not far away for America. And the Most High showing us the build up, and we're witnessing the breakdown of America. So you have to stand firm in this truth, no matter the cost, right? Let's read Isaiah 47, 1 through 5. Isaiah 47, 1 through 5, and it reads, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. And America operates on that feminist vibration. Okay? It's the only place in the world where you got rhetoric films like The Woman King, which makes no damn sense. It lets you know how they feel about the men, okay, that's here in this country. They want the women to dominate the men. And that's chiefly dealing with our people. Them damn two-parts Israelites that just want to rebel against thus said the Lord. Okay? So now you have a new uprising on the earth, and it's going to continue, right? And the United States of America, they're going to spiral into a war that, I mean, it's already begun. They're already spiraled into warlike conditions, chiefly with Ukraine. That's a condition that they've failed. This so-called talk against China, that's going to fail. And ultimately, America's going to get roasted. Okay? Along with two parts of our own people that believed in this wicked monster called the United States. Okay? Modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to burn to hellfire. Okay? Let's get one more. We'll end it. We're going to go into what BRICS is going to do to America very soon. We're going to go to the classic in Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 9. And it reads, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north countries, and they shall set themselves in array against her." And they're doing that right now politically or financially through the BRICS, but it's going to get worse. From the top, Jeremiah 50:9. "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." Because these elites, okay, they're not going to go out without a fight. The problem they have, and that's why that audio was big, we remember what they did Saddam. We remember what they did Gaddafi. Okay, it's going to be hard for the elite families to tackle all these nations, chiefly of Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran. Can't tackle all of them at one time. Of course, they're going to make the attempt, but it's going to be a failure. For what it's worth, World War III is already here. It just hadn't peaked. Because what the elite's going to do, they're going to false flag. They're going to continue to do things to make it look as if America's defending something. But with so many nations lined up with BRICS, they're going to catch the elite in their BS. And it's not going to work out. And America's suddenly going to be destroyed by them Sarmats, going into the nuclear destruction. Okay. See if there's any more. We're going to end in the classic in Isaiah 13. Why not? And it reads, Isaiah 13:4-5. "The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, tumultuous noise of kingdoms and nations gathered together, BRICS. The Lord of hosts musters the hosts of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land." And with that, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Power of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the communities, waking up the lost sheep, the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth in humbleness and sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. We got next. Shalom.